this is going to be a month ahead reading for May 2023. So this reading will be for all water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. In this reading we are going to do 6 questions, and we're going to pull one card for each question and see what comes up. These are oracle readings. These are also general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. At the end of the readings, I am going to pull one tarot card for a bit of a tarot affirmation for the month as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. I'm just taking a sip of my coffee. All right, the first question is, so first we're going to get the energy for the month of May for water signs. So let's go ahead and shuffle and get the energy. Oh, okay. Just had 2 cards fly out. Or was it 1? Just checking. My floor beneath my chair. I was fairly sure that 2 cards came out, but I can't see any more cards, so it must have just been the 1, and it literally just shot out of the deck. So let me just get my stuff together again after that. Okay, so we're doing the energy for the month ahead, and we got the card, the Uncharted Sea. So I don't know if you're new to the channel or you've been here for a while, but with oracle cards, I tend to read very intuitively. So yeah, not all the time will the message be about, for instance, the title of the card. So for this card, I feel like the energy for the month of May is going to be a little bit multi-directional as far as emotions go. And what I mean by that is we could find that in May, our emotions, from day to day or week to week, could be moving in completely different directions emotionally. So I just feel like May is going to have all sorts of emotions, and there's going to be a whole range of emotions that we're going to experience, which I suppose is not a good or a bad thing. It's just something that does happen in life anyway. And yeah, it just feels like it's going to be very multi-directional as far as where our emotions go throughout the month. The flow of the emotions as well will be very it does feel like the flow of the emotions will be fairly, you can see that the water on the card is fairly, it's not choppy, but it's not calm. So yeah, I would say the actual flow will be consistent. and even. But there are going to be many directions that our emotions go in during the month of May, and that's typically Pisces. I think we can all agree that, you know, I am a Pisces myself, so I think we can all agree that Pisces are very emotional creatures anyway. But yeah, the energy for the month of May, I'm going to go ahead and say is going to be filled with lots of emotions. It's going to be quite an emotional month. So let's go ahead and find out what message we get for our second question, which is social life this month. So social life in May for water signs. Let's hope it doesn't shoot out another card onto my floor where I can't see it. Social life in May for Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer. I bet another card did shoot out before, I just can't see where it went. And I'll put that in the description of the video if I do find it to go along with that other one. All right, so we have the card A Deep Breath, and that is for our social life in May. This card does not come to me as any surprise, being that the energy for the month is going to be fairly emotional. I feel like this Deep Breath card is giving off an energy that our social life is going to be very quiet and relaxed in May. It doesn't feel like it's going to be as busy or as, shall we say, full on as what it usually is. I feel like with the energy of the month, the overall energy of the month being very emotional, that might have something to do with why our social life in May is almost like it's taking a bit of a breather. Perhaps you have had a very, very busy social life in April, and in May the universe is kind of saying, you know, it's going to be a great month to just maybe take a step back from a busy social life and take a deep breath. Maybe focus on doing some activities that are more yin based, like meditation, like journaling, and just generally resting. So it feels like water signs social life in May, it's going to be taking a bit of a rest and not be as hectic or as busy, or yeah, it's just going to be a little bit like taking it a few notches down from what it normally is. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to me. So let's go ahead and do question number 3, which is something to pursue in May. Something to pursue in May for water signs. Okay, and we have the card, the Oracle's Gift. something to pursue in May. We have the Oracle's gift. This is extremely interesting, and to me almost seems like a contrast to this deep breath card with our social life. Not a contrast, that is the wrong word. I beg your pardon. A contradiction to the deep breath card for social life. So it's almost like it's saying, it's almost like, it feels almost like, you know, there is guidance here to pursue get-togethers and social gatherings, but you know, they don't feel what's the word? They feel more like intimate, very intimate gatherings. Like, so perhaps we're being guided in May to, it's not like we're not going to have any social life, but something that we're being guided to pursue are more intimate, maybe, you know, more like one-on-one gatherings, or, you know, getting together with just one or two really good friends, and doing something as simple as, you know, getting together for a cup of tea and having some really good conversation. So pursuing, I would say pursuing, you know, meetups and get-togethers with what feels like, you know, established relationships already. We're not, it doesn't feel like we're being guided to pursue new friendships or relationships or anything like that. It just feels like, yeah, we're being guided to pursue more intimate, one-on-one, smaller kind of, you know, get-togethers or gatherings where there's just, there's no partying. Let's say that. There's no party vibe. It's more like just a really cozy, nice, intimate get-together that is, it's not energy draining. It's, if anything, it's filling up your cup. It could even be, I feel like, you know, perhaps there's friends we haven't seen for, you know, quite a long time. And, you know, it may be a really good time in May to, you know, connect with those people again, you know, and have a cup of tea and have a really good talk, you know, chat, gas bag, whatever. But yeah, it just feels like we're being guided to pursue some more intimate meetups. So yeah, there's that. Let's do the next one, which is something to be cautious of in May for water signs. Something to be cautious of in May. Interesting reading so far, as I am a water sign. Something to be cautious of in May for water signs. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have shining through. Okay, right away, what's coming through with this card for me is a feeling of a feeling of overconfidence. So I feel like in May, what we need to be cautious of is yeah, being overconfident. Like, it's really nice to have confidence about something, and yeah, shine through. However, you know, when we take that to the extreme and we get overconfident and we become almost cocky about something, that's when it's not a good thing. And people know that energy. They know the difference in the energy of you know, overconfidence and confidence. And yeah, it's good to be confident, but just be mindful with what you're doing in May, not to get too confident, not to get overconfident, not to get cocky. Be humble, and be confident by all means, please. Confidence is wonderful. Just be mindful and cautious, um, you know, as the question is saying. Yeah, just be cautious not to be overconfident, to the point of cockiness, because as we all know, that's not a pleasant trait in people. So yeah, that is something to be cautious of in May for water signs. Let's go ahead and do question number 5, which is how I can practice self-care in May. So water signs, how I can practice self-care in May. And speaking of May, I just can't believe it's going to be May already, this, like, in 2023. Oh, this card wants to come out. Really wants to come out. So let's have a look what it has to say. The question is how I can practice self-care in May. And we have this perfect storm card, the courage to step into life. So I feel like the best way in May, for water signs to practice self-care in May is to, and this may sound a little bit funny, but it's almost like there's this energy of you can see the lightning going into this bird's heart area, and so it feels to me like the best way water signs can practice self-care this month is to do what, how can I put this? I know what I want to say. Now I just have to figure out how to say it in the right way so it comes out in the right way. Do what you feel passionate about. Yes, I feel like that's what's coming to me with this card. I feel like the best way for water signs in May to practice self-care is going to be doing things that really align with you, that you feel passionate about, that yeah, it just feels like you know, following your heart, and going down those paths that you know are in alignment with you, and are things that you feel are going to bring you joy and happiness. That's basically what it feels like to me. So self-care in May for water signs is just going to be all about doing things that just make you feel good inside. or that you know, or that you feel is going to make you, feel good. So, yeah, as the card says, the courage to step into life. It could even be that, trying new things, trying new activities that, you wouldn't normally do. That you feel like, I haven't done this before, but hey, it might be fun. And if you get that feeling, if you intuitively feel like, XYZ could be something that is going to light you up and make you feel good, then by all means, I say, if you're not harming anyone else, go for it. Yeah, just go for it. And that feels like something that's going to, yeah, be the best way for us, or part of a way to practice self-care in May for water signs. So thank you for that message, Spirit. I really like that one. All right, last question is how I can be in alignment with my highest self in May. So water signs, how can water signs be in alignment with their highest self in May? How can we be in alignment with our highest self in May? And we have the storyteller. This is a really great card as well. We have a book open, the pages are blank, there's a key, there's a feather pen, and there's an ink pot. Yeah, I love this. How can water signs be in alignment with their highest self this month? It feels like we can be in alignment with our highest self this month by writing a story, writing the story that we want this month. There's we got the energy, for May, the overall energy of it being, it could be a very emotional month. And, the other energies that have come through as well. But, at the end of the day, I think, our month is going to go however we write it, however we think it's going to go in our mind, however it's almost like, whatever we think will happen. So, as you think it, so it shall be. So why not write the story? Why not have the story go the way you want it to? Because, there are certain things that might happen in May that, we have no control over, but there are definitely a lot of things that are in our control. So that's what's coming through with this message is, how can we be in alignment with our highest self this month, water signs? Well, you can write the story the way you want it to go. And I feel like that might include, almost like something like writing down some things that you would like to achieve in the month of May. So not having a plan for May, because, plans can always change, but maybe write down one or two things that you would really love to happen in May. And then, everything that's in your power with those things to make them happen, like the action steps you need to take, go ahead and, chip away at those during the month. It may give you more direction in with your month, and thinking positively and having in your mind's eye how you want things to go, I think is always a great idea, because it's kind of like a compass. Like, it's something that is going to help give you a little bit of direction if you're feeling a little bit lost throughout the month. You can always go back to your story, and no matter what's happening, and say, let's see how it's going. What do we need to do differently? What is going well? Kind of like, almost like you are checking in with how things are going in a journaling kind of way. It doesn't have to be with pen and paper. It could just be, a journal inside your mind of, how you would love things to go in May. And then, as the month goes along, you can be more in alignment with your highest self in May by checking in during, as the month goes along, and seeing where you are, seeing where you're at, seeing, what you'd still like to do, what you have done, what needs to change, any tweaks you need to make, because you're the writer of your story. And so why not write the best story you can this month? They are the energies that are coming through for your month ahead reading for May, water signs. I'm going to finish off this reading by pulling a tarot card and getting an affirmation for the month of May. And I'm just taking another sip of my coffee before I do that. All right, just going to grab my tarot deck. Thank God you can't see me and my disorganized stuff behind the camera. All right. We have a tarot affirmation for water signs. Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. This one's popped out. Oh, I love this. We have the sun. We have the sun. Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer, water signs. Okay, your tarot affirmation for the month of May is: I deserve happiness and share my joy and gratitude wherever I go. I deserve happiness and share my joy and gratitude wherever I go. I love that. I love the cards and the energies that came up for you guys in May. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Please like if you enjoyed this reading, and if you're not already a subscriber, maybe you would consider becoming a subscriber, and then you will be able to catch next month's month ahead reading. So yeah, I apologize if I'm a little bit all over the place with this one. This is the first reading I've done in this new series I'm going to do monthly. I'm doing all of the signs, water signs, fire signs, air signs, earth signs. So I'm doing the same month ahead readings for all those. And this is the first one and the first month I'm doing it. So I'm sure as the months go by, I will get a little bit more efficient at them. So have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful May, and will see you all in the next video, hopefully. Okay, take care. Bye bye.